नमस्कार, संसद टीवी में आपका स्वागत है। उपराष्ट्रपति जगदीप धनखड़ आज चंडीगढ़ दौरे पर हैं। वो वहां पर CII एग्रो टेक इंडिया के 15वें संस्करण में मुख्य अतिथि के रूप में शामिल हो रहे हैं। आइए आपको सीधे लिए चलते हैं चंडीगढ़ के परेड ग्राउंड।
May I now request Mr. Deepak Jain, Deputy Chairman CII Northern Region and Chairman and Managing Director Lumax Industries Limited to deliver the welcome address.
Shri Jagdeep Dhankar ji, Honorable Vice President of India, Srimati Dr. Sudesh Dhankar ji, Shri Banwari Lal Purohit, Honorable Governor of Punjab and Administrator, Union Territory of Chandigarh, Shri Bandhu Dattarai, Honorable Governor of Haryana, Shri Kuldeep Singh Dhaliwal, Honorable Minister of Agriculture, Government of Punjab, Mr. Sanjeev Puri, Chairman CII Agrotech India and Chairman and Managing Director ITC, Mr. Tarun Sawhney, Co-Chairman CII Agrotech and Vice Chairman and Managing Director of Triveni Engineering India, senior official from the state government, exhibitors, friends, ladies and gentlemen, and friends from the media. A very good morning to everyone. On behalf of the CII and on my personal behalf, I welcome all the dignitaries on the dais and all the participants to the 15th edition of the CII Agrotech, India's premier biennial agro-technology and business fair. I very warmly welcome Shri Jagdeep Dhankar ji, Honorable Vice President of India, and also Srimati Dr. Sudesh Dhankar ji. It is indeed our honor, sir, to have you here amongst us today. Any agriculture event in Northern region cannot be complete without the participation from Punjab and Haryana. And we are fortunate to have the honorable governors from both the states with us today. I also very warmly welcome Shri Kuldeep Singh Dhaliwal, Honorable Minister of Agriculture, Government of Punjab. I'm very grateful to Punjab and Haryana for having supported this event through the years and also for being the host states. I also welcome my colleagues from CII, Mr. Puri and Mr. Sawhney. We at CII recognize the importance of agriculture and its linkage with the other pillars of the economy. We have been proactively linking industry to the agriculture sector by setting up specific task force, policy recommendations, and organizing fairs and events across the country. Agrotech India 2022 is one such endeavor of CII. Ladies and gentlemen, the Indian agriculture and allied sector continues to be pivotal to the sustainable growth and development of the Indian economy. Not only does it meet the food and nutritional requirements of 1.3 billion Indian citizens, but it also contributes significantly to production, employment, and demand generation through various backward and forward linkages. The importance of this sector cannot be overemphasized, given the fact that it employs almost 49% of the total households and accounts for 18.8% of the country's GVA for the year 21-22. As per the fourth advanced estimates for 2021, total food grain production in the country is estimated at record 308.65 million tons, which is higher by 11 million tons than the production of food grain during the year 1920. Further, the production during 2021 is higher by 30 million tons than the previous 5 years' average production of food grain. Food grains productivity has grown at a very rapid pace in India, mainly driven by rice and wheat. Several studies have shown that Indian agriculture has made substantial gains in the productivity with the introduction of high-yielding varieties, investment in public research, and fertilizer usage. International comparison, however, reveals that the crop productivity in India is much lower, almost to the tune of 30 to 60% than many of the emerging market economies such as Brazil and China. The highlights needs the increasing farm mechanization, which has a potential of enhancing agriculture productivity by 30% and reduce the input cost by 20%. It's a well-known fact that India is the #1 tractor producer in the world, selling over 1 million tractors. We usually say India is tractorized, but it is time for India also now to be mechanized. It is commendable to note that the Government of India has taken several initial steps to give a major boost to agriculture, using in policy reforms, ushering in innovation and technology at the grassroots level. The recently announced 500 rupees crore accelerator program to enhance the successful initiatives of agri startups is a step in the right direction towards promoting the startup culture in the agri sector as well by popularizing technology in the agriculture mainstream. We also commend Government of India's initiative of One Nation, One Fertilizer to maximize farm production by ensuring easy availability of fertilizers and other agri services. Further, the recently inaugurated 600 Kisan Samriddhi Kendras will function as helping centers for farmers in the process of modernizing agriculture in the country. CII reiterates government's initiatives towards deterring indiscriminate use of water for irrigation and for promoting sustainable agriculture. CII is happy to know that more than 70 lakh hectare land has been brought under micro irrigation in the last 7 to 8 years. ENAM has also ushered in positive impact on the lives of farmers. At present, more than 1.7 lakh farmers and 2.5 lakh traders have been linked with ENAM, and transactions through ENAM have exceeded 2 lakh crore rupees. CII on its part has also been working towards promoting sustainable agriculture practices, and I'm happy to share that CII is working with industry, agriculture universities, and farmers to work towards the crop residue management to curb air pollution. To minimize crop residue burning, CII launched the Crop Residual Management Initiative, which is an industry-led multi-stakeholder partnership for exploring and promoting solutions to the farm stubble burning issue. This initiative revolves around on-ground program implementation research and stakeholder engagement. A pilot project was launched in 2018 in 19 villages in Punjab and now has been expanded to 300 villages in 12 districts in Punjab and Haryana in the current season. The initiative would now cover 3 lakh acres of land and reach out to 50,000 farmers. In the last season, 85% of the farm area in the program villages were free of subtle burning. In the ongoing season 2, these villages have remained mostly free of stubble burning. Under the program, 7.5 lakh tons of biomass of stubble will be saved from burning and recycled back in the soil, leading to significant carbon mitigation and helping farmers adopt sustainable farming practices. With these words, I once again thank you, Honorable Vice President, and other dignitaries for their participation at the 15th edition of the CII Agrotech. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind address and valuable insight into the agricultural sector of India. Proceeding further with the ceremony, may I request Mr. Sanjeev Puri, Chairman, CII Agrotech, to felicitate the Honorable Vice President of India. Sir, I also request you to honor the Second Lady of India, Srimati Dr. Sudesh Dhankar. May I now request Mr. Tarun Sahni to felicitate Shri Banwari Lal Purohit, the Honorable Governor of Punjab and Administrator of Union Territory of Chandigarh. May I now request Mr. Deepak Jain, Deputy Chairman CII Northern Region, to felicitate Shri Bandaru Dattatreya, the Honorable Governor of Haryana. Sir, may I also request you to felicitate Shri Kuldeep Singh Dhaliwal, Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Government of Punjab.
Agrotech India, and the Chairman Managing Director, ITC Limited, a man clearly wearing a lot of hats today, to come and address us. Please, Sanjeev.
Shri Jagdeep Dhankar ji, Honorable Vice President of India, Srimati Dr. Sudesh Dhankar ji, Shri Banwari Lal Purohit ji, Honorable Governor of Punjab, Administrator, UT Chandigarh. Shri Bandaru Dattatreya ji, Honorable Governor of Haryana. Shri Kuldeep Singh Dhaliwal, Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Government of Punjab, and my colleagues from the industry, Mr. Deepak Jain, Mr. Tarun Sahni, and senior officials from the state government, exhibitors, friends from India, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and may I also add my own welcome to you to this very important event, the 15th edition of CII Agrotech India. We are indeed overwhelmed with the participation of all stakeholders of this sectors, the exhibitors, companies, friends from the farming community. It's indeed very gratifying to see everybody participate wholeheartedly. It's indeed an honor for us, a privilege for us, that we have amongst us today the Honorable Vice President of India. We are indeed grateful, sir, that you could spare some time from your busy schedule to be with us today. It means a lot to us. It's a source of immense encouragement to the entire agriculture stakeholders. Thank you, sir, for being with us today. And you have deep roots in agriculture, and you've earned the title of Kisan Putra, and we look forward to your guidance and insights on how this sector can be transformed and taken to the next level. I also wish to thank the Honorable Governors, the Honorable Minister, and other distinguished dignitaries for gracing this occasion and being with us today. The theme for this year's Agrotech, the 15th edition, is Digital Transformation for Sustainable Agriculture and Food Security. The theme very aptly captures, in some way, the challenges that agriculture faces, and more importantly, the opportunities which in my view are immense for this sector. My colleague earlier alluded to some of the challenges that this sector faces. It is, as you know, agriculture is the lifeline of the economy for many reasons. Food security, the fact that roughly half of India's workforce is engaged in this sector. However, its contribution to GVA is only about 18%, reflecting some of the challenges that my colleague spoke about. Lower productivity, wastages, translating, therefore, to lower farm incomes. And today, this sector is faced with a challenge of epic proportions. And it is not unique to this sector. I think the whole world faces this whole challenge of climate crisis. And it's not unique to India. India is not really the contributor to climate crisis. I think it's on account of overconsumption in other economies that we are facing the brunt. But the reality is that we are facing this challenge. And we have seen last year itself how many countries experienced events that dramatically reduced crop production. This year is no difference. We have challenges in Europe, in China, in US. We have recent challenges in Indonesia. We have a neighbor whose agriculture has been devastated. And India has its own share of problems. We had first with wheat and now with rice. So this is a real issue. And the reality, although there is great commitment towards net zero by countries and corporates, the reality is that the true degree will be breached. So extreme weather events will only multiply as articulated by the IPCC report. So this is a very, very serious challenge. But I say it is a challenge, and given the grit and determination of the farming community in India, the proactivity of the government in policy interventions, I see no reason why we cannot overcome this and convert this challenge into an opportunity. At the end of the day, the world will need by 2050 a lot more food than we produce today. Harvard Business Review estimates that food production must go up by 58 to 98% by 2050. India itself by 2050, given the better consumption patterns and population growth, will need 60% more food. So that is the opportunity. And we also find that there is a movement towards healthier, more nutritious production that gives an opportunity for value addition. Agriculture is also playing a pivotal role in dealing with climate crisis by being a provider of biodiesel. That's yet another opportunity for this sector. And India has strong endowments in agriculture. We have the largest arable land in the world. And my colleague spoke about our productivity levels. That indicates to me, let me put that in terms of an opportunity to grow with the same land. That's how much we can grow. And with that growth, we can multiply. We're self-sufficient today. We have also the distinction of having exported 50 billion. But I think we can do much more than that if all the issues are resolved and there are pathways available. And given the determination of all the stakeholders, I see no reason why they cannot be overcome. And let me allude to a couple of important pathways. One is the power of FPOs and the power of aggregation. And the government of India has taken very far-sighted steps to promote FPOs, promote it with multi-dimensional schemes to support capacity building and value addition in FPOs with agri-infrastructure funds. That, to my mind, will be the pivot for transforming Indian agriculture. The second piece, I think, is around the digitization, the power of digital. And again, it's been, our Honorable Prime Minister has been far-sighted, announcing Digital India many years back. And just to illustrate the impact, and I'm taking the liberty of sharing our own example, we work with 27 aspirational districts to empower farmers. During the first lockdown, where there was no mobility, Overnight, the entire training was transitioned to digital medium. And it's not a small number, it was 4 lakh farmers that were engaged at that point. And it's amazing that the milestone of 60% improvement in productivity in the subsequent crop was actually achieved. I'm just sharing this to see how ready India is and the farming community is to uptake digital technologies. And besides that, I think the research institutes in India have done an amazing job over the years. We need now the next generation of research, more focused on climate resilience, and we need to take all of this to the doorstep of farmers. The agri-tech ecosystem, it's playing its role as well. In 2013, we had 43 startups. I'm told now we have 1,500. So we have plenty of solutions to transform agriculture. And there are pilots that I am also aware of that we have participated in. In one season itself, we have seen productivity rising by 15-20% and farmer incomes going up by as much as 30%. Right? So there are clearly demonstrated solutions. I think together with digitization, together with aggregation of farmers through FPOs, we have a pathway to take the benefits of modern practices, of technology, right to the doorstep of farmers. CII is deeply committed to playing a role on this very critical sector. At CII, we have established FACE, which is the Food and Agriculture Center of Excellence. It seeks to bring the power of innovation and technology to the farmers. It seeks to link the farmers to value chain players. It's built a comprehensive toolkit to empower and build capacity for FPOs. It has a vibrant ecosystem of startups that it's kind of connecting with value chain players, connecting with farmers, connecting with financiers, providing incubation services. And it's this Agrotech Summit really reflects one important intervention in our journey to make a meaningful contribution to transforming Indian agriculture from a more of, if I may say, more of a production-centric system to more of a demand-centric system with modern technology, with best practices, with capacity to bring in value addition, traceability, sustainable agriculture, and so on, so forth. In fact, pilots have also shown that implementation of sustainable agriculture not only has improved resilience of agriculture in those catchments, but has also demonstrated farmer incomes going up from 40 to 90%, GHG emissions reducing by as much as 46%. So pathways are clearly available, and we at CII are committed to making a contribution to this very important sector. And that's where this, I think, summit also plays a pivotal role. We have got all the stakeholders. We have got agri-tech players. We have players in the allied services. We have value chain players. It's an opportunity for all stakeholders to come together, to get to know what are the developments in this sector, interact on solutions, interact on problems, and articulate solutions to transform Indian agriculture. I wish all of you a very productive and engaging participation in the event. And before I conclude, I would once again like to thank the Honorable Vice President and all the dignitaries on the dais, the governors of Punjab, Haryana, Union Territory of Chandigarh, and Honorable Minister for gracing the occasion. Your presence, as I said, means a lot to all of us. It's a sense of deep encouragement to the entire community and demonstrate the importance that you accord to this sector. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Sanjeev, for a very holistic context setting. The state of Haryana is a land of rich culture and agriculture prosperity. Though Haryana geographically may be a small state, only 1.3% of the country, it is one of the biggest contributors to the food basket of India. With these words, I would like to invite Shri Bandru Dattarai ji the Honorable Governor of Haryana for his address.
भारत के माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति श्री जगदीप धनखड़ जी, डॉक्टर श्रीमती सुदेश धनखड़ जी, धर्मपत्नी माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति जी का, श्री बनवारीलाल जी पुरोहित, पंजाब के माननीय राज्यपाल जी और प्रशासक केंद्र शासित प्रदेश चंडीगढ़, श्री कुलदीप सिंह धालीवाल जी, कृषि मंत्री पंजाब सरकार, और संजीव पुरी जी, अध्यक्ष CII, और प्रशांत जी, श्री दीपक जैन जी, तरुण साहनी जी, सभी वरिष्ठ अधिकारीगण, महानुभाव, किसान भाइयों और बहनों तथा मीडिया के बंधुओं, सबसे पहले मैं भारत के उपराष्ट्रपति माननीय श्री जगदीप धनखड़ जी, उनकी धर्मपत्नी श्रीमती सुदेश धनखड़ जी और सभी अतिथिगण का हरियाणा की राजधानी चंडीगढ़ में पहुंचने पर हार्दिक स्वागत एवं अभिनंदन करता हूं। अब CII द्वारा आयोजित एग्रोटेक इंडिया 2022 के उद्घाटन समारोह का माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति महोदय के साथ प्रतिभागी बनना मेरे लिए बहुत ही सौभाग्य व गर्व की बात है। कृषि क्षेत्र में इस प्रतिष्ठित सम्मेलन व प्रदर्शनी कार्यक्रम में आमंत्रित करने के लिए मैं आयोजकों का आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। भाइयों बहनों, कृषि क्षेत्र भारतीय अर्थव्यवस्था की रीढ़ है और यह रीढ़ किसानों की वजह से मजबूत है। इसमें विशेषकर हरियाणा और पंजाब के किसानों का महत्वपूर्ण योगदान है। हालांकि हरियाणा भौगोलिक दृष्टि से देश के लगभग 1.5% भाग को ही कवर करता, लेकिन कृषि, खेल, सामरिक क्षेत्र सहित भारत के विकास में राज्य का योगदान बहुत बड़ा है। कृषि क्षेत्र राज्य में 50% से अधिक लोगों को रोजगार प्रदान करने वाले सबसे बड़ी रोजगार सृजनकर्ताओं में से एक है। हमें गर्व है कि हरियाणा खाद्यान्न उत्पादन में आज देश में दूसरे स्थान पर है। धान की उत्पादकता के लिए राज्य को कृषि कर्मण व कई अन्य अवार्ड मिले हैं। देश के बासमती चावल का 60% निर्यात तो हरियाणा से होता है। वर्ष 2021-22 में प्रदेश में 83 लाख टन धान का रिकॉर्ड उत्पादन हुआ है। इसके साथ साथ हरियाणा आज गेहूं की औसत पैदावार में भी देश में सबसे अग्रणी है। केवल खाद्यान्न उत्पादन में नहीं, दूध उत्पादन में भी प्रदेश ने नई पहुंचाई छुई है। इस समय प्रतिदिन प्रति व्यक्ति 1060 ग्राम दूध की उपलब्धता है। राज्य में 3000 से भी अधिक खाद्य संस्करण इकाइयां हैं। इस समय हरियाणा में 14 फसलों को MSP पर खरीदा जा रहा है, जो देश में सबसे अधिक है। यह सब केंद्र व प्रदेश सरकार की कृषि व किसान कल्याण नीतियों योजनाओं के कारण संभव हो पाया है। प्रदेश में कृषि तथा किसान कल्याण विभाग द्वारा मेरी फसल मेरी ब्यौरा पोर्टल संचालित किया जा रहा है। प्रधानमंत्री फसल बीमा योजना में करीब 2020 से बदलाव करते हुए योजना को करीब 2020 से रबी 2022-23 तक लागू करने का निर्णय लिया है। प्रदेश में फसल बीमा योजना के तहत करीब 2019 से करीब 2021 तक किसानों की फसल खराब होने पर 3,207 करोड़ रुपए क्लेम दिया गया है। प्रदेश में 1 लाख एकड़ बाजार क्षेत्र में स्थान पर दलहन व तिलहन फसलों को बढ़ावा देने के लिए नई योजना को मंजूरी दी। राष्ट्रीय राजधानी क्षेत्र में फसल आवेश जलाने से उत्पन्न प्रदूषण को रोकने के लिए किसानों को फसल अवशेष प्रबंधन के उपकरण 50% अनुदान पर उपलब्ध करवाया गया है। वर्ष 2019 और 20 में सॉइल हेल्थ कार्ड योजना पायलट परियोजना को अंतर्गत प्रदेश के 22 जिलाओं के 122 ब्लॉक से 122 गांवों के सभी किसानों को खेतों से 25,605 मृदा नमूनों का विश्लेषण करते हुए सभी 25,000 किसानों को सॉइल हेल्थ कार्ड वितरित किया गया है। किसानों को कृषि फसलों की उच्च उत्पादकता प्राप्त करने के साथ साथ नई तकनीकी जैसे पानी की बचत, फसल अवशेष प्रबंधन, जैविक खेती, एकीकृत कृषि प्रणालिकाएं, टिकाऊ कृषि आदि को अपनाने के लिए किसानों को राज्य स्तर पर जिला स्तर पर 5 लाख रुपए से 50,000 रुपया तक पुरस्कार दिया जा रहा है। प्रदेश में किसानों को प्राकृतिक खेती के प्रति जागरूक करने के लिए प्राकृतिक खेती पोर्टल, प्राकृतिक खेती योजनाओं को लागू कर प्रशिक्षण दिया गया है। 2021 और 22 में कृषि और संबंधित क्षेत्र के उत्पादकों और देश के निर्यात करीब 4 लाख करोड़ रुपए थे, जिसमें किसानों का योगदान सराहनीय है और मैं किसानों को अभिनंदन करना चाहता हूं। देश में हमारी आर्थिक स्थिति कोरोना के काल में बिगड़ी थी, लेकिन किसानों ने वो आर्थिक स्थिति को मजबूत करने में उनकी जो बहुत ही क्रियाशील पात्र रहा, उसके लिए मैं किसानों को अभिनंदन करना चाहता हूं। कोरोना जैसे पीरियड में भी आज हमारी आर्थिक प्रगति, आर्थिक वृद्धि जो है एग्रीकल्चर में कम नहीं हुई है। एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर हैज सर्वाइव्ड इट, इट हैज एनहांस्ड इट, इट हैज क्रिएटेड ए हेल्दी साइन। तो इसलिए मेरा आपसे अनुरोध है CII वालों से भी, आज आपने जो करीब जो कार्यक्रम लिया है, मुझे खुशी है आप आज डिजिटल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन फॉर सस्टेनेबल एग्रीकल्चर एंड फूड सिक्योरिटी के बारे में लिया है। बहुत ही ज़रूरत है डिजिटल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन। ये होने के लिए मेरे 2 सुझाव है। एक सुझाव है CII शुड मोर कॉन्सेंट्रेट ऑन आग्रो प्रोसेस यूनिट। आग्रो प्रोसेस यूनिट में ज़्यादा हम लोग जो है आगे बढ़ाना चाहिए, ताकि किसानों के नौजवान बच्चे और हमारा यूनिवर्सिटीज़ है इधर एग्रीकल्चर इन हरियाणा और पंजाब में, एग्रीकल्चर में जो हमारे शोध हो रहा है वो शोध जो है लैब से लैंड तक जाना चाहिए। केवल लैब के परमिट से फ़ायदा नहीं होगा, वो लैंड तक पहुंचनी चाहिए। ये 2 बातों को कनेक्टिविटी करने के लिए और आग्रो प्रोसेस को बढ़ाने के लिए और CII आगे आने से और मजबूत बनेगा, ऐसा मुझे पूर्ण विश्वास है। तो इसलिए अंत में मुझे यहाँ बुलाकर इसमें भाग लेने का जो मौका दिया, उसके लिए मैं धन्यवाद देते हुए समाप्त करता हूँ। जय हिंद।
Thank you, sir, for your very motivating address. Friends, Punjab holds a place of pride among all the Indian states for its outstanding achievements in agriculture development. The state has witnessed tremendous increase in the agriculture production during the Green Revolution period and continues to play a pivotal role in India's food security. May I now invite Shri Banwarilal Purohit ji, Honorable Governor of Punjab and Administrator, Chandigarh Union Territory, to address us.
Shri Jagdeep Dhankar ji, Honorable Vice President of India, Dr. Srimati Sudesh Dhankar, Shri Bandaru Dattatreya ji, Honorable Governor of Haryana, Shri Kuldeep Singh Dhaliwal, Minister for Agriculture, Government of Punjab, Shri Vikramjit Singh Sawhney, MP Rajya Sabha and Chairman BRICS Agriculture Business Forum, Shri Sanjeev Puri, Chairman CII Agrotech India, Shri Deepak Jain, Deputy Chairman CII Northern Region, and Shri Tarun Sawhney, Co-Chairman CII Agrotech India, and Shri Prasant and Regional Director, Confederation of India, Industry Northern Region. Invited guests and members of CII. It is a pleasure to be at the inaugural session of 15th CII Agrotech. That too, along with the Vice President of India, it is really a pleasure for me. Punjab is the host state for this August event. So I welcome all the national and international exhibitors to the state capital. Punjab holds place of pride among the Indian states for its outstanding achievements in agriculture development. This is a region of hard-working farmers and enormous agricultural legacies and achievements. Dear friends, agriculture is more than just a profession. For the people of Punjab, it is a calling, a tradition and a way of life. Agriculture has been central to our identity for decades. The efforts of our farmers have contributed to national development and food security and to the well-being of our people. Friends, if you remember those senior people, I remember my childhood, sir, when I think at that time after independence, around 50s, there was a total scarcity in our country. What was the population that time? Oh, in our country? Must be not more than 40 crores. There was a scarcity of the grain. Wheat was not available that time. I was a child, I remember that in the ration shop, that imported wheat from America, that red wheat, उसका कड़ी रोटी आती थी, वो हमने खाई है. और आज, that was the time, with a population of the country not more, less than 40 crore, that there was a scarcity of grain. Today, more than 135 crore is the population of our country. And we are such fortunate state, we are exporting the wheat to other countries. See the change. That is because of the farmers. This could happen. Otherwise not possible. So, the state has about 4.1 million hectares of cultivable land, which is 3% of the net area shown in the country. It has contributed 25 to 35% of rice, 38 to 50% of wheat to the central pool of food grains over the last 4 decades. Punjab is really great, no? The state ranks 4th in the world in the terms of productivity of wheat with 5,188 kg per hectare, whereas it stands first in India amongst all the other states, first in India, Punjab. I am proud of Punjab being the governor, no? So Punjab holds place of pride among the Indian states for its outstanding achievement in agriculture development. Agrarian economic consolidation of land holdings, reclamation of new agriculture lands, development of irrigation, use of biochemical inputs comprising of high-yielding variety of seeds, chemicals, fertilizers, insecticides, mechanical inputs have been among the important factors help Punjab agriculture making rapid strides. The problem is, I had been to America, sir, that I remember, that is in the year 1989-90, to meet my brothers. And we were moving on the roads along with my brother's family. तो जैसा हमारे घर में रहता है ना, गांव में एक मकान किसी का खाली है, पार्टी पे लिख के वाइट पेंट कर दिया, रफ पेंट हाथ से लिख के, एंड वी पेस्ट इट, हाउस फॉर टू लेट, सच ए पार्टी लगा दिया. So that was, we were going, farm for sale, 5,000 acres. मतलब one farm of 5,000 acres was for sale. That was the board. Insignificant, that much only. Palm tree पे लगा हुआ. On the road you can see. I told my brother that stop. Such a big farm, 5,000. I would like to see. बोले wait, we'll go ahead. After crossing around 15-20 miles, another board. That was somewhat bigger board. You see, same thing. Farm for sale, 15,000 acres. 15,000 एकड़ का एक फार्म. मैंने कहा here at least I would like to witness and see. उतरे, देखा हमने. You see, पंजाब में कॉटन भी एरिया है. पहला पूरा घूमे, 4-5 चौपर पड़े हुए वहाँ पर. Helicopters for showing, spraying, seeding, everything what they were doing. They tried to explain me, I remember. And one big, that was a cold storage. Cold storage for what? For cotton. हमारे तो कॉटन ओपन में रखते हैं ना, जिनिंग प्रेसिंग फैक्ट्री प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट में, इन द ओपन tarpaulin and godown are not available. That is the thing. Big farms, processing unit, lot of processing units were there, attached to the farm itself. That time, now they have developed too much. We should also, lot of done. With a small, very, very small holding, it is difficult. Latest technology, कैसा करेंगे उसको? That has to be. I think you will discuss, you will find out some way out of that. And you can help also. CII can definitely help. So agrarian economic consolidation of land holdings, reclaim of new agricultural land is important factors which helped Punjab agriculture in making rapid strides. In Punjab economy, agriculture sector is still a significant contributor. That is 24.8% in the GSDP. The state government has taken a number of initiatives to promote the agriculture sector. Bringing in latest technology, agriculture government of Punjab encouraging the farming community to implement the direct seedling rice technique, which studies believe has the potential to save 20% water. This they are doing. For the rice, lot of water is being consumed. So how to save the water? for that this technique Punjab has adopted, and I think they are giving incentives also. I learned that. With an aim to provide end-to-end services to our farmers, state government has initiated comprehensive digitization in agriculture sector. Friends, cooperatives are mechanisms that ensure growth, empowerment and prosperity of communities. Cooperative agencies have played an unparalleled role in Punjab across various sectors, including loan limited to banking, agriculture, dairy and food processing. The Punjab farmers have proven to be remarkably adaptable, unafraid of innovation, new techniques and scientific inputs. This is the beauty of Punjab farmers. They adopt everything new which comes. This is the beauty that we must appreciate. Others are lacking. Other states I have visited also. But now our agriculture needs renewal of its marriage with contemporary technology. I believe technology-based applications and services can help farmers get more for their labor and their produce. Here, sir, to CII in the conference I am here. Big industrialists are also very much present, farmers are also present. Here you can do one thing. There are small holdings. There is a scope and lot of processing units are needed. Research-based, I can say, get in touch with agriculture universities for the research. The plants should be manufactured, processing units should be manufactured, which can be used in villages. So a village, our village boy, village young man, who can start his own small unit there, processing unit, smaller, so as to say, processing unit means anything. Now everything is packed food is being available nowadays in department stores in the market. So that can be started from the village itself. CII can encourage it. CII can help it. Give the research also to those entrepreneurs. You can get in touch, encourage, and after lot of research, direct farm से process होके यदि food direct consumer market में जाएगा wholesale में, instead of going to मंडीज, मंडी में गेहूँ जाने की बजाय यदि वहाँ पर छोटा प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट गांव में है, in the village if that is there, वहाँ प्रोसेसिंग होके आटा एंड एवरीथिंग वहीं पर छोटे यूनिट से मिलके पैक होके हाइजीनिक यदि जाता है डायरेक्ट फ्रॉम फार्म टू द फार्मर टू द मार्केट, if it goes, that is going to help provide jobs to millions and millions of people in the country. What I feel, and you can do it. There was a protest by the farmers. Land holding, that is a very good thing that was suggested. Bigger units, okay. If they are against the corporate sectors, they can start their own cooperatives. अच्छी बड़ी बड़ी cooperatives बना के they can go ahead and start their unit. Land holding बड़ा होगा with the latest mechanized and everything farmer, then it will. And lastly, sir, I tell you, the time is, yesterday, I was listening the speech of the Prime Ministers. Wonderful speech. That was about the transparency in the working. Everybody. मतलब zero tolerance for the corruption. CII can take a lead in that action. Everything top से शुरू हो यहाँ से. Everything clean, person life clean, industry, everything total transparency. No? Now the tax level, income tax level is also low. Previously, I remember my time. The maximum tax was, income tax was how much? More than 70%, around 80% for the taxation, income tax. Now it has come down to 1/3, no? 33%. There is no scope for any manipulation. पूरा ट्रांसपेरेंसी रखिए, आराम से सोइए, गड़बड़ करने से हमेशा डर भी रहता है. एंड यू आर सब्जेक्ट टू ब्लैकमेल. एक आपका क्लार्क ही आपको ब्लैकमेल कर सकता है. So you should avoid total transparency. Bribe, प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने कहा, ब्राइब, भ्रष्टाचार खत्म होना चाहिए, ब्राइब लेना नहीं चाहिए। मैं ये कहूँगा, लेने वाला जितना दोषी है, देने वाला भी उतना ही दोषी होता है। लिजिटिमेट वर्क के लिए वी आर पेइंग द ब्राइब, व्हाई शुड वी? रजिस्ट करिए, एथिक्स में होना चाहिए, CII के एथिक्स में, दैट शुड परकुलेट टू द लोवेस्ट एंड स्मॉलेस्ट इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट, that there has to be a transparency in the working and everywhere. My best wishes, sir, to all of you, and I am sure Agrotech India 2022 will discuss all such issues and come with practicable and definite outcomes. Role model, good paper, best paper, आप तैयार करिए। मंथन होता है ना, मंथन में ही तो अमृत निकलता है, वैसा ही मंथन और बेस्ट पेपर तैयार करके नेशन के हाथ में आप भेजें। दैट आई एक्सपेक्ट फ्रॉम यू एंड माय बेस्ट विशेस, एंड यू विल सक्सीड ऑलवेज। थैंक्स अ लॉट। जय हिंद।
Thank you, Purohit ji, for sharing your very personal anecdotes, making us realize in 75 years from food scarcity to security and surplus, how the agriculture sector has transformed. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm now deeply honored to invite our chief guest, Shri Jagdeep Dhankar ji, Honorable Vice President of India, for his inaugural address.
My greetings to everyone here and in connect with us in any form. I cannot express the happiness I have on this occasion to be here on this very significant occasion. Honorable Governor of Punjab and Administrator, Union Territory of Chandigarh, Shri Banwarilal Purohit ji. Sir, grateful to you for having rendered such an insightful address. I was a child. I was studying when I learned what is PL 480, United States aid, and that was a wheat of the kind the Honorable Governor has reflected. We have really come a long way. Our population has grown many times, but our production has not only kept pace with it, we are feeding the world also in some measure. Honorable Governor of Haryana, Shri Bandaru Dattatreya ji, in his highly reflective address, he has indicated series of affirmative steps that have been taken by the governments at the state and the center that have really changed the life of the farmer for the better. Shri Kuldeep Singh Dhaliwal ji, Honorable Minister of Agriculture, and a towering giant, physically and otherwise. His presence means a lot to us. I am extremely beholden to a great leader of the industry, ITC Chairman, Shri Sanjeev Puri ji, for two good reasons in particular. One, for having taken the initiative to invite to call on me to this very prestigious function. When I happened to be Governor of the State of West Bengal, And he had the occasion to call on me. I had a vision about ITC, a perception about ITC. And he devoted 80% of his time to focus on agriculture and the activities relating to agriculture in which ITC was engaged, very meaningfully. Sir, grateful to you, to your entire team, including Deepak Jain, Prashant ji, Tarun ji, for bringing about much needed wholesome synergy between industry and agriculture. You need to be complimented for getting all the stakeholders on the same platform. And there can be no more befitting place for such an event than Chandigarh, state of Punjab, state of Haryana. The company, the Kisan Putra, as was reflected, I'm enjoying at the moment illustrious farmers, innovators, entrepreneurs. I can share my thought process with you. Bharat is on the rise as never before. It's a global recognition. Our rise is unstoppable. And in this rise, farmer is the spine. Farmer has played a critical role. Reflect the time when a great Prime Minister of this country, Lal Bahadur Shastri, gave the slogan, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. That resonates in our ears even now very significantly. And for two reasons. That era reminds us of the challenges we had, and Shastriji took the initiative and practiced fast on a particular day. And as reflected by the Honorable Governor Punjab, that is past. We have now glorious present and a brilliant future. I can visualize 2047 when we will be absolutely at the platinum level, both in agriculture and other areas. The commitment of the industry to drive the agriculture sector on a novel trajectory is commendable, welcome, and needs to be taken to higher stages of execution. The theme is indeed very apt, remarkable, and suggestive. Digital transformation for sustainable agriculture and food security. The relevance of this can never be overemphasized. It is the farmer who needs to be well informed so that we attain a situation where for him it is economically sustainable. Sustainability and food security are twins. They go hand in hand. Already there are indications that food security could be a challenge. I may remind you, and I have two of the worthy governors on the dais, and the Honorable, the entire world, where now for over 2 years, 80 crore people have been fed by the government free. And that exercise continues even to this date. The credit goes to the vision of the government and the strength imparted to us by the Indian farmer. It could not have happened unless our farmer had contributed to the extent it did. For us, agriculture is not a profession. Agriculture is a tradition. Agriculture for us is a way of life. I'm sure farmers here know it. The entire family is involved. They are involved 24/7. They weather all kinds of difficult situations and they do it with a smile. From ancient days, agriculture has been central to our identity. India came to be recognized centuries ago on account of its agriculture produce. We got a distinct identity in the world for that. And for our economy, which is on the rise, it was only a few weeks ago, we had the distinction of overtaking our colonial rulers by becoming the 5th largest economy in the world. By turn of the decade, we shall be the 3rd largest economy, and a major role in this growth, in this accomplishment, goes to the agriculture that employs directly more than 1/3 of our population, contributes nearly 1/5 of our GDP, and ensures effectively, without problem, food security for 1.4 billion people, and yet makes available surplus to be sent to the areas that are in need of it. In addition to that, and something which is more qualitative, agriculture makes available critical raw material for our industries. And in that perspective, I have reflected, the credit goes to our Indian farmer for having contributed to our march in economic growth. This has happened on account of series of steps that have been taken recently. I can tell you, look at the volume. PM Kisan Samman Nidhi. Thrice a year, every farmer, irrespective of farm holding, will get 2,000 rupees each, which means 6,000 rupees a year. And that, to such a large segment, has contributed massively. This is a very visionary step in favor of our Andatas, and I'm sure it is on account of such revolutionary, affirmative steps that we can take pride now as pulses, milk and jute in the world. We are the 2nd largest producer of rice, wheat, sugarcane, vegetables, fruits and cotton. The progress that has been made has to go to incremental trajectory. Our Amrit Kal must see a greater attention being given to our Andata. We must do everything of our Andata very comfortable. I am so glad that to meet such challenges, all stakeholders from industry and otherwise have come on the same platform. And they need to scratch their brains over the next few days to ensure how value can be added, how our produce can get a different kind of qualitative reckoning in the world. And I have no doubt, when such kind of synergical steps are taken by all stakeholders, industry, for the welfare of the farm sector, the results are bound to be there. Innovation, which is dotting our times on account of series of steps taken, must also be in the farm sector. We have to be very innovative. We have to add values. And that has to be done taking note of the situation. As indicated by Honorable Governor Punjab, there is shrinkage of our holdings. There are some challenges. I would not like to reflect on them. The challenges that are emanating, those challenges need to be contained by application of innovation, by assistance of the stakeholders and major initiative by the corporate sector by marshalling its CSR funds also, so that activities of the farmer do not come in for any kind of reflection otherwise. I leave it at that at the moment. But protection against climate change and price fluctuations are posing some kind of challenges, which I am sure all stakeholders are alive to it. I must make particular reference, and I am sure the stakeholders and CII would particularly take note of it. We have in our country a leading organization, Indian Council of Agriculture Research. We have growth of agriculture universities virtually in every part of the country. It will be worthwhile to keep them on board. I am sure they are present here, but their massive presence would mean a lot. I am personally aware, on account of having been professionally involved with the Indian Council of Agriculture Research, that they are contributing virtually in every walk of life relating to agriculture and agro sector. All this must result in one thing: the farmer has to gain. The farmer cannot be made to suffer financially to sustain others. It is gratifying to note, as indicated by the Honorable Governor Haryana, series of steps have been taken. Fertilizer subsidy is one, making quality pesticides is another. Crop insurance is also a very vital facet. Efforts are afoot to ensure that the income of farmer gets doubled. Apart from the government, everyone, particularly the industry, has to cooperate in that, because raw material of significant nature is made available from the farm sector to the industry. And I'm sure if industry will take effective, proactive, affirmative steps, that will be contributing hugely to national economy and welfare of the farmer, the cause of the farmer. It has taken initiatives to ensure that farm income goes up by getting into different kind of crop patterns. And I'm personally aware this has been dotted in several areas, including my home state of Rajasthan. United Nations adoption of 2023 as International Year of Millets should be more significant to our country, as we are leaders in the area. The world is faced with food shortage, water scarcity, and crisis. In such a scenario, focus on millet cultivation comes as a very smart, effective solution. It is heartening to note that we have championed this cause for a very long time, and for a good reason, being leaders in the world. Qualitative cutting edge has been given to the farmer beyond imagination in last few years. Farmer earlier had no idea the kind of soil the farmer was tilling. Now imagine 23 crore soil health cards have been distributed to farmers. They are just not cards. They are guidance to the farmer that the soil which the farmer uses has certain qualities, and those qualities have to be exploited suitable to that soil. I would not reflect on other aspects in which the government of the day in Delhi and in states is engaged. But one scheme in particular, and that is Kusum scheme, connecting farmers with clean solar energy and turning them from Annadata to Urja Data. It is here I will appeal to the farmers from this part of the country to think out of the box, show their concern for climate change, find a solution so that they do not come in for reflection either in this area or elsewhere. I have no doubt a proper synergical approach between all stakeholders with initiative of CII, this problem is subject to easy resolution. Not only easy resolution, the problem is subject to gainful resolution. The compulsions of the farmer have to be understood. If the farmer is taking recourse to a particular step that is not for the sake of it, but for having the land available for the next crop, I am sure attention by way of appropriate research would be focused on that. We have seen in recent times, particularly in the context of Swachh Bharat, disposal of residual matters, unwanted matters, has turned out to be a great industry. That should happen also with respect to part of the farm produce, which otherwise cannot be easily monetized. Making available technology to the farmer is bound to be a big challenge. And bound to be a big challenge for the reason as reflected by the Honorable Governor Punjab, small holding. And that requires some kind of working in togetherness, working in tandem, or as a group. And I am sure deliberate on these issues. People from all walks of life will bring their talent, exposure, experience, expertise on the table, come out with solutions and resolutions that can have societal impact. I have no doubt, after conclusion of these deliberations, there will be formulations available that will address the issues that are facing the farmer, that will turn out to be wholesomely soothing for the farm sector. For the simple reason, we can grow as a nation only and only if our farm sector grows. We can have strength in the nation only if we subscribe in thought and action, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. And the moment we have Jai Kisan, Jai Jawan is automatic. I extend my best wishes to the organizers, express a deep sense of gratitude that I have had the good fortune and occasion to be in this part of the country for the first time on such an occasion which is emotive to me. An occasion that is emotive to my roots and that justifies my commitment as a Kisan Putra also. Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vigyan. Thank you.
Honorable Vice President, thank you for your remarkable address.
Shri Jagdeep Dhankar ji, Honorable Vice President of India, Srimati Dr. Sudesh Dhankar ji, Shri Banwari Lal Purohit, Honorable Governor of Punjab and Administrator, UT Chandigarh, Shri Bandaru Dattatreya, Honorable Governor of Haryana, Shri Kuldeep Singh Dhaliwal ji, Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Government of Punjab, Shri Sanjeev Puri, Chairman, CII Agro 2022, Shri Deepak Jain, Deputy Chairman, CII Northern Region, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. Very good morning to everyone. Agriculture in India has always been driven by technology, responsible for a significant portion of the global economy, food security, sustainable food supply and demand. It's a well-known driver of socio-environmental change. Digital technologies offer a potential improvement towards sustainability, both from an economic, social, and environmental perspective. Today, we are witnessing influx of technological systems focusing on making Indian agriculture more demand-driven and transforming the entire value chain from farm to fork. Farmers as well as agriculture to make agriculture more sustainable and more scalable. So to give you an example, in the state of Uttar Pradesh over the last few years, 4 to 5 years, sector of sugarcane, an increase in farm income of 2.5 times. And this is a public-private partnership, so to speak, that actually can be modeled across the nation, sir. The Prime Minister had set ambitious targets of doubling farmers' income, and these are some small examples of success stories that should really be rolled out for the rest of our nation. In India, the agricultural sector is experiencing a transformative phase. And with the rise of agri-tech, the sector is going through multiple transformations. On one hand, the ecosystem is trying to solve age-old problems associated with productivity, farmers' income, and on the other hand, there are new age technologies that are enabling India's agricultural practices to match up to global standards. Recognizing the crucial role of technology, innovation, and digitization in economic development, India's policymakers have taken several initiatives to promote science, technology, and innovation. The government initiatives such as the Agricultural Infrastructure Fund, Har Khet Pe Pani Do, and Per Drop More Crop have created an ecosystem that are turning farming into a technology-driven initiative. Today, farmer friends are contacted from every corner of the country. The eNam portal has provided one such platform to the farmers for buying and selling agricultural commodities and thereby overcoming geographical limitations. All these efforts are targeted towards enhancing the upkeep and uptake of technology in agriculture and thereby enhancing farm income. CII believes that emerging technologies such as IoT, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and advanced analytics above all can help digitize these value agri-chains. As an industry, we should renew our focus on knowledge sharing and awareness, technology support, training modules, and livelihood enhancement initiatives. For instance, IoT and spatial data analysis by imagery can help determine soil temperature, precipitation, and climatic factors, and can even help predict crop choice for profit maximization. At the national level, the CII, National Council of Agriculture, which comprises of leading industry players, has worked through multi-stakeholder approaches to ensure that these very technologies and such innovative practices drive this sector towards high productivity and efficiency. The focus has been on resolving policy issues in consultation with governments and policymakers, upgrading the technology quotient in agriculture, imparting specific skill sets to the farming community, and promoting long-term sustainability of the agriculture forward. With these words, I'd like to propose a formal vote of thanks. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Shri Jagdeep Dhankarji, Honorable Vice President of India, for his inspirational address on the necessary interventions towards accelerating the pace of growth in the field of agriculture. Sir, as you very rightly said, the farmer is the spine of the nation. You spoke about digital transformation in agriculture, which is something that this platform, this agri-tech platform, is so deeply concerned about and is frankly a wonderful testament from an industry farmer perspective. So referring to sustainability and food security, you're absolutely right that there's a tremendous amount of work that is being done by the Indian government. And sir, we assure you that we will work on all the various initiatives that you have laid out in front. My thanks to Srimati Dr. Sudesh Dhankarji as well. I'd also like to extend my thanks to Shri Banwari Lal Purohit ji, Honorable Governor of Punjab and Administrator Chandigarh, Shri Bandaru Dattaraya ji, Honorable Governor of Haryana, and Shri Kuldeep Singh Dhaliwal, Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Government of Punjab, for their support and presence at this event. I take this opportunity to thank the state governments of Punjab and Haryana who've partnered with CII Agrotech India 2022 as partner states. And I would also like to express my gratitude to the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, Government of India, the Ministry of Food Processing Industries, Government of India, Agriculture and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority, and the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India. I'd like to thank our exhibitors, speakers and sponsors and friends of media, and above all the participants here today. With that, we would move to the adjacent parade ground, the venue of CII Agrotech India 2022 exhibition, for the formal inauguration by the chief guest, and I would request all the dignitaries on the dais to join this inauguration. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. We are indeed very grateful for the presence of all the esteemed guests and dignitary. May I request all to kindly rise for the national anthem.